Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of All the Mods 9 to the Sky. Now, we are filming this at the end of the present episode, so everything that we've done has been done right now. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. So we finished up the system, and this time we put them in drawers instead of in barrels. We also made the system just a little bit different. We're using phytogenic insulators with mystical agriculture seeds instead of the X nihilo block conversion. So everything is laid out here. So doing this kind of made me realize that I didn't want to go through the whole process of crushing these and smelting these all down and combining them to make all your different alloys. So instead, we're going to get as far as we can with some of these seeds. We can't get all of them right now, but a lot of them we can. I mean, there are stuff that we haven't really gone into yet, like this, Botania, a little bit of draconic evolution, and I mean that's the majority of it. So I think we're gonna put that on this wall, just all the drawers for all the resources, and then we'll toss the phytogenic insulators, or maybe we'll do like phytogenic insulators along here, and we'll toss the drawers in the middle. I don't know, something cool. So that's our next project. Okay. We've collected all the resources necessary for all the seeds I've selected, other than I think we're missing a couple: Guy Spirits, Terra Steel, Elementium. All of those are from Botania. And then the Allomodium, Unobtainium, and Vibranium, which are the ores that are native to the mod pack. But everything else we have here, just like a lot of different ingots and stuff that's gonna make my life easier. The other thing we did is we set up a little area over here for all the seeds. We have pylons in the middle, and we're gonna throw ender chests on the top, which will be routed into a crafter and then into some drawers along these walls. I think the first thing we need to do is we need to come over here and throw together some inferium seeds. But we're going to need some inferium seeds in order to afford the other ones. 6 should be enough to get started, and as we get more, we will continue to make more. We'll probably fill up one plot with them. All the doors are in the back here. Come on. As these grow, we'll get some inferium. We'll build up some inferium so we can actually afford the other seeds, because at the moment we cannot. I mean, this is probably going to cost us, I don't know. And some of these higher ones, like the nitro crystals, are going to cost us insanium. So, and these ones actually cost us blocks of insanium. So that is something we need to look out for, but we can handle. Okay, so all the blocks are collected. We got some insanium from our inferium farm. And we also got some, whatchamacallit, we got some of these ores that are needed to make myself the Allomodium ingot. Some of these things do require some other recipes, but that should be okay. We can automate those later when we're actually ready to get into that. But for the time being, we have a lot of seeds to make here. We should have enough. I mean, we're definitely not gonna have enough for these seeds, but we can't afford any part of that yet. So, this is gonna be expensive. Anyway, let me start throwing together some seeds, and I'll bring you back when we've made them all. Okay, guys, we got all the seeds made, which took a little bit longer than we wanted it to, but we got all of them done, and we can start planting. Now, I realized I want to do this a little bit differently than I had initially suspected. So if we come up here, I have tons of lily pads of fertility that I made from a simple mob farm that's just kind of down there. You know, cursed earth and stuff that's speeding up the speed of these crops, which is making me tons and tons of insanium and all the essence. So I think what I want to do instead is I want to have all 4 of these be inferium farms, just to make sure that I have enough for everything that I'm planning on doing. And then down one of these hallways, I'm thinking I want to use phytogenic insulators. Now, the reason I chose to do this is because it simplifies the process of crafting. This way, I can have phytogenic insulators on top of crafters and I'll probably just do a bunch of tier 1 crafters and then output back into our drawer system. So that's my plan anyway. I think that's the way that it's going to work out, and I'll probably use this hallway, so it'll be like shelves, like a library. So it'll go back, and then it'll like come back, and it'll like, you'll have little rows and columns of photogenic insulators with crafters beneath them. So that's the plan. I'm going to need to throw a room together, which is going to be the tricky part, but I think we should do just fine. So we looks like we got everything planted. So if we come down to our section over here, we did not plant them in these areas like I had mentioned. Instead, we planted them in phytogenic insulators, and we got all of the seeds we wanted except for a couple. Whoops, I need to put my pants back on. Anyway, we also saved this little area all for dirt, and that might sound a little bit strange, but for this pulsating black hole, we need 59,000, much like a lot of this other stuff. Now we're gonna need some more seeds for some other things. But if we look at this, oak logs have EMC, so we don't have to worry about that. And we can get gold and iron using this recipe right here, turning diamonds into gold ingots, and we can get diamonds from emeralds. So using that method, we can get a whole ton of the blocks that we need, and I've even already set up a system for it. So using this, the same thing, we've got one of the ×5 that we need for the recipe. We've yet to get the one that's gold, seeing as it is considerably more expensive, but we can just take a emerald ×1 block, toss it in there, and we should be getting gold very quickly. So that takes care of cobblestone, gold, iron, dirt. Obsidian, we have seeds for, and wood, we have this system down here that is inputting wood, oak logs, and outputting oak logs ×5. So we actually already have 4 of these. So I'm gonna put all of the resources that we were using for the pulsating black hole in this chest. So the oak logs go in the first spot, the iron goes in the second slot, dirt, if we just sit here and craft some up, we should be able to afford some ×5 as well. Dirt ×5. What else are we needing? So redstone, I'm pretty sure we do not have enough for. Cobblestone, we're working on it. Gold, we're working on it. Now obsidian, we do have 1 seed for, and we have another system, and we're currently sitting at 58.7 thousand. Now on the one hand, we've got this system, which if it had water, it would be working. So crucibles melt from cobblestone into lava, which then get turned into obsidian, and that should make us plenty of obsidian very, very quickly. So that is the obsidian. And then gravel and sand we have being made over here, just basic hammer setups, this one making gravel and the other one making sand. And just like this, we're going to have plenty of ×5 sand. We're going to need 10 of everything so we can automate the ATM9 star. So sand goes here, gravel goes here. Okay, obsidian goes here, and we're just missing redstone, gold, and cobblestone. Now the other 3 are just going to take a little bit of extra time. Cobblestone is not going to take any resources at all. Gold is almost there, and so is redstone. We even got a few of these photogenic insulators making redstone set up. We are going to need to make some more seeds. I don't know if the photogenic additional chance is 0, although I'm getting plenty of extra dirt seeds, and it says additional chance is also 0. So I'm just gonna wait to find out. In the meantime, while we wait for that to get caught up, I think I want to change out the type of system I used. So to fill all these things with power and water, I used the pipes mod, but instead I think I want to use laser nodes, or in addition to, maybe, I don't know. I think in addition to, I want to use laser nodes. I want to use them to pull out all of the extra seeds that I'm building up here, because eventually they will clog my system. I mean, as you can see, I've already got tons and tons of extra seeds. So all I'm really doing is figuring out how to drain them all. So that's what I'm going to be doing with the next bit of my time. Is I'm going to be crafting some of these laser nodes, and I'm going to be using them to drain out all of the extra seeds while we wait for the rest of the resources for the pulsating black hole. So give me a minute, I'm gonna do that, and yeah. Okay fam, so I've done kind of a lot of AFKing in order to get all the ingredients I need for the pulsating black hole. Now I need to reorganize these, but It's something like that. Now, we are short on just a few blocks, namely the gold, the redstone, and the obsidian. Everything else that we have plenty of, but redstone is looking like it's going to take the longest, and I know a simple way we can amend that. We can use the hostile neural networks to automate the witch prediction. This witch prediction. The witch prediction can give us 16 redstone dust. So if we can get a lot of these, then we can get a lot of redstone dust. Now we already have a couple of setups going down here. If we take a look, we have both wither predictions and shulker predictions, which the shulker predictions seem to be full. So we just need to add another one, which will be witches, which I think will be 8 tall instead of just the 4 that I have going here. Now, witches, the easiest way I can get them is actually through this farm. So I'll probably tear out the lights, take 2 more of these, grab my, my deep learner, which I was going to get phantoms, but then I realized that phantom membrane has EMC. So I decided against that. So I'm going to need my deep mob learner along with my sword, which is right there. Let's tear out the torches that I gathered before and start gathering some witches to kill. So first we're going to have to set all of my witch predictions, which is as easy as that, and we can toss them into the mob learner. Whoops, did not mean to die. So 4 witches in a mob learner. We'll have to redo these ones. I'm also going to do a mob swab, which just takes wool and a stick. Now if I swab this, I can create a spawn egg, which will make getting more much easier. Mob swabs are pretty useful things. If we take a look at how we do this, we are going to need a bucket of experience. That Enderman was having a fun time. Bucket. So we are going to need a bucket, some more levels, and this will give us GM chicken feed. I believe this might still play the birthday song. Yep, skip. Okay, but now we do have a witch spawn egg, which is a very good thing. If we take our deep mob learner and we can take this, run over to a nearby fortress and find a nearby spawner. Reset this to witches and wait to start getting some, I guess. Like I said, it's going to need to be dark, but we'll take care of that. We'll kill the witches. I mean, this has already been a process enough, so I'll take care of the predictions and then we can set up the hostile neural networks matrix. Okay, so the system is going to be as easy as stacking 8 simulation shapers on top of each other with a loot fabricator at the bottom, and we are going to select the back of all 8 of these simulation chambers and pop ye into the first modules. And then we're going to do a polar module Mark 1 holding from the top, and that should be the hardest part. We are going to need some more item pipes and a wrench, of course, and all we have to do is pull on all of the molecular assemblers and leave everything else either open or none in the case of the modular router. Okay, with a little bit of prediction matrices in the top side of this and some power on the sides of these, along with actually putting the witch simulator whatchamacallits inside of each of these simulation chambers, and then setting this to the redstone. Once one of these is successful, there we go, set it to redstone dust, grab the pipes and a pipe upgrade, and it is as simple as pumping in from the bottom of this into the bottom of that with a pipe upgrade, and now we are making tons of extra redstone. Now this should make my life a little bit faster and a little bit less AFK time. And we still have some other things that will need some time, but I think I'm just going to AFK a while, and then I'll bring you back once I have all 10 of all of these resources needed to make the pulsating black holes. Okay, pals, so it might have been a long time, mixture of AFK and life, but we did have to get a lot more than we thought. So I thought the way that it worked is you would need, for infinite all the mod stars, you would need to get the starry bee. Now the starry bee I'd initially thought was a Patrick bee, and you would feed a single all the mod star to it to get the starry bee, but instead it's an all the mod star block fed to a Patrick bee. And now with this, bee flowering makes it 2 all the mod star blocks. So I had to AFK enough for 18 pulsating black holes, and I went a little bit extra
on all fronts, and I got to 21. I can make 21 pulsating black holes. Now, why don't we just do that? Do I not own a crafting table? Okay, 21 pulsating black holes. Oh man, this took a whole lot longer than I thought. Now this video is going to be kind of a mess because it took so long to get all the resources. Plus, I spent a bunch of that time that I used to set up farms that I didn't really show, like this conduit / heart of the sea farm or something. I can't exactly remember what I used it for, but you know, it's in there somewhere. And we have all of these different farms along with further decorations and things that I might not have shown in this video, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. When you're trying to farm up enough resources to craft things like this, instead of doing the smart thing and letting the resources gather up throughout your videos, I have kind of done other stuff, which is great, I guess. We accomplished our goal of the pulsating black hole, and we have all these other things we still need to get for the Altamont star, which will happen. It will happen eventually, but I think that is about where I would like to end off. I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you again next time. Goodbye.